Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another WWE Reddit video. This is, of course, the series where you can submit your photos, videos, memes, questions, or anything related to the world of professional wrestling over on the Santi's Av Videos Reddit page. So if you'd like to be featured in next week's WWE Reddit video, make sure that you check out the Reddit page. I'll put a link in the description for you guys. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications. If you're a wrestling fan, I know that you're going to fall in love with this YouTube channel because we always upload daily wrestling content. And don't forget, if you want more than just daily wrestling content, to come over to the Patreon, patreon.com/SantisAv, where we upload a bunch of extra videos that never get uploaded here to YouTube because they use actual footage, so they would just get blocked due to copyright here. So go check it out. Link in the description, link in the pinned comment. Let's see what you sent in this week. WWE WrestleMania 42 is no longer taking place in New Orleans. So this news literally just broke like 5 minutes ago. I was about to start recording this video, and then I saw Twitter absolutely going crazy about the news that WrestleMania 42 from New Orleans has been officially canceled, and I double and triple and quadruple checked every single major news source out there that reports on wrestling, and they are all confirming that this news is 100% real. And me personally, I'm kind of bummed about this because I was really looking forward to actually going to this WrestleMania, and the reason I wanted to go to this WrestleMania was predominantly because it was in New Orleans, a town that I really want to visit. It's a bucket list city for me. I wanted to party in New Orleans and also get some wrestling. It was going to be the best of both worlds. Well, now, not going to get to do that. And it's kind of crazy because WWE made a huge deal out of announcing WrestleMania 42 in New Orleans. They even had The Rock come back on Friday Night SmackDown to make the announcement. They did all of this pyro stuff. Hell, they even did a press conference with The Rock to talk more about WrestleMania in New Orleans. So for them to all of a sudden yank this from underneath the city of New Orleans just feels like it's coming completely out of nowhere. Now, I did double check with Sean Ross Sapp, and there is some additional news that comes with this. So he says WWE confirmed to Fightful that WrestleNomics report is true and that WrestleMania will not be in New Orleans in 2026. However, it was noted that this is a part of a larger deal that adds Money in the Bank 2026, and WrestleMania will emanate from New Orleans in a future year. So in essence, they're losing WrestleMania 42, getting a future WrestleMania somewhere down the line, 44, 45, who knows, but also getting Money in the Bank next year. Now, obviously, the hot button question is, where in the world is WrestleMania 42 gonna go to now? We've never, at least that I know of in my lifetime as a wrestling fan, had a WrestleMania not be known as to where the location is gonna be this close to the show. Obviously, we're not close to the show, but normally we know the venue an entire year in advance. And I see Twitter exploding that it should be London, and I think that that would be awesome if WrestleMania were to go to London. But when I hear this news, the first thing that I think of is that somebody swept in and just offered not just more money, but way more money. And I'm wondering if London is willing to do that for something like a WrestleMania, because in my mind, literally the first thing that comes to mind is Saudi Arabia. We already know that Royal Rumble 2026 is going to be in Saudi Arabia, and I'm sure that Saudi Arabia has already voiced their desire to want a WrestleMania. So what if they just offered so much money that it became undeniable that the WWE had to take this deal and push this deal with New Orleans further down the line? Because I can only imagine that the deal for a WrestleMania in New Orleans is still probably for the same dollar value, just for a future year. So whoever swept in had to offer enough money that WWE is willing to defer this contract to a future year to do something probably huge in terms of money dollars this year. And when I think of money, that can't be turned down by the WWE, I immediately default to Saudi Arabia. It wouldn't surprise me if Saudi Arabia wanted to do back-to-back Royal Rumble, like announce the Royal Rumble winners that are gonna go to WrestleMania, and then pay off those Royal Rumble wins within Saudi Arabia as well, with a Saudi Arabian WrestleMania in 2026. Obviously, I'm speaking out of my ass. This is just somebody from the outside looking in, seeing whatever evidence that I'm seeing and connecting dots that might not even be there. But I'm sure I am not the only one that is having this thought that WrestleMania 42 might be out of Riyadh this year. And I know that that's going to make a lot of people really upset. There's already a lot of really upset people about Saudi Arabia having the Royal Rumble. And if they were to have both Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, this is going to lead to a lot of backlash online. Backlash, by the way, that WWE won't listen to because they're literally going to be covered from head to toe in money. But again, just speculation, just connecting some dots. Maybe it's London, maybe it's Toronto, maybe it's just another American city. I don't know. But nonetheless, this is insane news. I've never seen this happen before, for a WrestleMania to just be announced for several months and then completely yanked away. Is what it is, though. I guess we'll see how this plays out. I'm assuming we'll have news, I would imagine, before the end of the summer where the next WrestleMania is going to be. So leave in the comments below where you want this WrestleMania to go, because I guess right now it's up in the air. WWE SummerSlam is closing in quickly, and I'm sure that you've already heard that ticket prices are getting rather steep. I plan on going to the show this year. However, I intend to find the best possible prices, and I'll be doing that thanks to today's video sponsor, SeatGeek. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app, and for good reason. There's already more than 70,000 events currently listed on SeatGeek, including concerts, sports, festivals, and more. And with SeatGeek, you can be sure that you're going to be getting the absolute best price for whatever seat you want at whatever show you plan to attend. I know that there's a bunch of wrestling fans watching this video, so just know that WWE premium shows, as well as Raw and SmackDown tickets, are all available on SeatGeek as well. So make sure that you stop by there first before you get your ticket to ensure that you're going to get the best possible price. SeatGeek actually shows you if you're going to be getting a good deal or not on whatever ticket that you're currently browsing. When you're looking for tickets, you're going to want to look for the green dots, because green dots means that you're getting a good deal, red means not such a good deal. And knowing this information will help you make the best financial decision when it comes to buying tickets. Plus, every single ticket is backed by their buyer guarantee as well. And you know that I came through for you guys, because you can use code SANTI10 for 10% off your next set of tickets at SeatGeek. Again, that's 10% off any tickets on SeatGeek when you use promo code SANTI10. So make sure that you click the link in the description to download the app today and have the code automatically be added to your account so that you can use it later. Thanks again to SeatGeek for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get you back to what you came for. CVV hitting a rock bottom at a wrestling show. Dude, that was clean. Not only is this man handsome, he's talented in everything that he does. Look at this, the picture perfect form of this rock bottom. He even does the leg extension. Woo, admiring his work. Shout out to CVV, a little Santino action there as well. It's official. What are your thoughts? So we've been talking about R-Truth versus John Cena for a while, and I've already shared my thoughts, but I'll say this. I think that this is a perfect match for something like Saturday night's main event. The title isn't even on the line, which makes this even more of just an exhibition match, which is what I come to expect out of Saturday night's main event anyway. But I think that this is just fun. I know a lot of people are going to clown on it. A lot of people are going to say that this is a waste of a John Cena appearance. Me personally, as a John Cena fan, I think that this is awesome. And I might be reading way too much into it, maybe trying to be like way too poetic about this, but this feels like a match of John Cena versus the John Cena fandom. Obviously, John Cena has already been against the fans with his words, but now it feels like he's against his fans in the ring, because R-Truth is like the physical manifestation of the Let's Go Cena crowd. Should be fun. And I know people will find a way to criticize it, but I'm looking forward to this. Who let the old lady back in the game? Chelsea deserved it more. Yeah, Chelsea Green replying, I'm older than her. Dude, wrestling fans, like, why are so many people the way that they are? That's such a cringe, stupid thing to say. And you're saying it without even having the proper information. Like who cares also how old they are? Like they're wrestling performers. Some of the most popular wrestlers right now are in their 40s. Can we please acknowledge how Nia Jax really hasn't had a bad match since she's come back? Okay, first of all, loving Nia Jax, what she's doing. This run has been significantly better. Her match against Tiffany Stratton was awesome, and a great way to cement Tiffany Stratton as a main event caliber champion. But relax, all right? She's had some bad matches. She's had some bad moments. I will say, let's not forget the chair shots at Survivor Series War Games. She hasn't been perfect, but she has been a renaissance since coming back, significantly better than her last run, and I absolutely believe that she deserves her flowers, but it's not without, it hasn't been perfect. Let's just say that. This is the greatest interaction. Oh yeah, I saw this. So CM Punk posting Dom on his story, calling him a little bitch. Dom replying back, washed up old fuck. Dude, we need this feud. We desperately need this feud today. Zoe Stark suffered a knee injury during WWE Raw match. Yeah, obviously I'm not going to be playing the injury for you guys here. I'm sure you've seen it a million times. It's all over the internet. Brutal knee injury. We did find out that she's already gone through surgery. Obviously, all we can do right now is wish Zoe Stark nothing but like the best. Hopefully it's a speedy recovery. I know that she's had problems with this knee in the past, but she's come back from these knee injuries before. I know this one's bad, but she's a trooper. She's shown she can come back. I'm sure she can come back again. Why has Kairi Sane not been given the same singles opportunities that both of her former teammates always got? Also, why was she the one pinned in her return match? Saw a lot of people upset about Kairi being pinned. I really don't think that was the design. I don't think that WWE gave her, the full-blown pirate gimmick back with the pirate theme, with an entrance like on the actual live show instead of commercial, with an announcement on social media for her to come in and take the pin. I think pretty much from the get-go, it was supposed to be Rhea that was supposed to win that, but pin Zoe. But obviously they had to pivot. Like it's an unfortunate circumstance that obviously has a ripple effect and that it can damage Kairi Sane a little bit and it hurt her return. But I think that she's going to be just fine. Why isn't she afforded these opportunities? I don't know, maybe general popularity. Usually WWE likes to push the people, unless your name is Karrion Kross, that are really popular with the crowd. And maybe she just hasn't hit that same level of popularity that Io and Asuka were able to hit. But I love Kairi Sane, and I hope that WWE allows her to like demonstrate to the world. I've said before in videos, I'm a huge fan of letting somebody sink or swim. Like if Kairi's gonna fail, allow her to fail. Give her the chance to fail. But in the process of giving her that opportunity, it also gives her the opportunity to show out and be awesome and become undeniable. Let her sink or swim. Let me imagine if this actually happens. Our boy Dominic Mysterio is, he truly is the prize. He truly is the one ring. He truly is everything that any woman or man, really, let's talk about how it truly is, could possibly want. But yeah, this would be hilarious. Dominic just having all three of these vying for him in a custody ladder match again. Not Rhea. Rhea doesn't want part of this smoke anymore, but Liv and Rox, yeah, I'm down for that. Ray Phoenix thought WWE was going to give him that Penta push. Hey, maybe it will happen, but I do think that Penta has always been penciled in as a future tag attraction. I think that WWE is just sort of counting down the days when they can reunite the Lucha Brothers, do Lucha Brothers merchandise, and let them run the tag team division, because even Penta just isn't as protected anywhere near as much as he was when he first started. So I think the road is inevitable. The Lucha Brothers are going to reunite. Pictures you can hear. It's crazy that when I see this picture, I don't think of anything to do with Stephanie Vaquer. I think of freaking Booker T. Okay, let's just move on. What are your thoughts on Toni Storm? I'll keep this quick. I think she's amazing. I think that she is the best women's character performer in the world right now. She is so captivating with her gimmick work, with her character, with her promos, and then her in-ring backs it up as well. She's had some of my favorite women's matches of all time, just in like the last year and a half. So I have nothing but positive things to say and think of Toni Storm. Io Sky emote at graduation. Yeah, hit it. Dude, brother came out with a wrestling belt and everything. Hey, that Io Sky emote is over. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up appearing on Fortnite in the Fortnite skin shop sometime soon. Frazier responded to this to someone from Santi's Hot Takes tweet. I'm crying. Oh yeah, I did see this. So I posted hot takes on Twitter like I tend to do. Like, hey, send me your thoughts about Monday Night Raw. And Uncle Phantom here goes, Fraxium is going to carry the Raw tag team division for a long time, showing Penta and AJ Styles. And like Nathan Frazier actually replied to this, which is, yeah, this is funny. Nathan Frazier, he's a funny Twitter follow. This is a guy that you're missing out on if you don't follow him on social media. Women's Championship then versus now. I mean, you sent a picture of the same thing, right? I really see no difference here. It's happening, people. SummerSlam, the place where it began with Liv, is the same place where it will end. Maybe this is just gonna become the norm for Dominic Mysterio. Just once a year, once every SummerSlam, another lady is going to be taking those eyeballs. Another lady is going to be bringing him chicken nuggets, maybe chicken strips, maybe chicky tendies. And this time it looks like it's Roxanne Perez. And Dominic Mysterio, listen, brother, I saw those eyes. I saw that smile. I know what that is. That's exactly the same way that you saw Liv Morgan and in the early days of Rhea Ripley, Dom. Try to hold strong, brother. Drew McIntyre tweeting this. Life since a April 2024. Don't worry, Drew. We all feel this way too. We all feel this way. We all want to move on from this feud. CM Punk would like to wrestle AJ Styles before 50. Well, when CM Punk joined the WWE and I was like penciling in all of the dream matches that I want to see for CM Punk in this WWE return, AJ Styles was damn near the top of that list because they were never able to cross paths in their time in WWE. AJ Styles joined WWE in 2016. CM Punk left in 2014. And now that they're both in the same company, I would be remiss if we didn't see these guys have a match or a feud of some way, shape, or form before one of them retires. Who the fuck is this guy? Oh yeah, dude, pictures of Brock Lesnar are starting to surface. I don't know what this party was, but the dude was just taking photos left, right, and center with people. So maybe he was there as a paid attraction. I don't know. Maybe that's why he was there, to be an attraction for the people at the party. Looks super fancy. I don't know. But Lesnar with the long hair and the beard, that is a sight. I still don't think that Lesnar is going to come back to the WWE. I don't think that he cares enough, honestly. I think that he's got his money. I think that he wants to live his quiet life out in the boonies. I think that he just wants to be a farmer and drift away into obscurity. Paul Heyman is comedy gold. Oh my God, yeah. Paul Heyman said, "Why I oughta." Yeah, dude, that is not the same pose that Mrs. Dad took. I think it was. He wasn't wrong about going into acting. Oh yeah, I saw this. So Jason Momoa and Roman Reigns are in talks to star in a live-action Street Fighter movie, and that would be so awesome. I would love a 2020s version of Street Fighter. There's a Street Fighter movie that exists from the 90s. I don't think it's very good. It's a little bit of a cult classic, but for them to redo it in the modern era of cinema, I'm 100% down for this. I mean, they were able to do it successfully with Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat also had cheesy movies in the 90s, and they were able to make an awesome, genuinely awesome Mortal Kombat movie. Maybe they can do it with Street Fighter too. The pandemic era was crazy. Dude, this happened way more often than we care to admit. People in the Thunderdome, you could apply to have your webcam and your face appear in the Thunderdome, and so many people would get accepted and then just put freaking heinous things like this, obviously. Dom is folding again. Okay, look, I understand, and he may have folded in previous years, but I feel like he's older, more mature, more wise. He's a champion now. He's not just going to fall in love and because of a lust for more chicken nuggets. This guy already has all the chicken nugs that he wants. He already has a beautiful lady around his arms. I feel like he's going to hold strong this time around, and he's going to prove all of you wrong. If this man doesn't at least enter the Money in the Bank ladder match, I will riot. I'm going to be honest with you. I wouldn't hold my breath for Karrion Kross to be in anything. He hasn't been featured like at all. I feel like he's been featured a total of like 2 minutes in total screen time ever since WrestleMania 41 ended. And that to me doesn't really scream, as if he's somebody that WWE wants to push anytime soon. I know that we want him to be pushed, but I'm not seeing anything that says WWE has any plans for him. Shinsuke Nakamura is just there to eat the pin. To be fair, most of these triple threat matches has basically played out that way, with the exception of the Rey Fenix one. That was weird to have Rey Fenix take the pin. But when you look at Natalya versus Becky Lynch versus Roxanne Perez, it was clear as day that Natalya was there to take the pin. And I think that this is the exact same case here as well. It's probably going to play the exact same way. Carmelo Hayes and The Miz probably going to interfere to stop Aleister Black from winning. And then LA Knight is going to pin Nakamura like he's already done plenty of times before. It's a bit formulaic, but I still like the idea of qualifying matches, as formulaic and as sometimes a little bit too predictable as they can be. It still creates fun scenarios like this. People on Twitter asked Giannis Antetokounmpo questions yesterday, and he responded to a lot of them. Thoughts on this? Okay, so somebody asked him favorite wrestler of all time. He says Eddie Guerrero. What are my thoughts on this? Brother knows ball. He understands. Eddie Guerrero is one of my favorites of all time. So yeah, shout out to Giannis. Not that he needs a shout out from this channel. How do you feel about Julia moving to SmackDown? Good. I'm fine with it. I feel like Julia is the perfect person right now to build that United States Women's Championship around, because right now it just sort of feels like it's in limbo. No disrespect, of course, to Chelsea Green and Zelina Vega, but I do believe that they need somebody like a Julia in there in that title picture to help elevate the title, but also really help cement her in the WWE as well, because as much as many of us that watch NXT know how awesome Julia is, and she was over in NXT, it's going to take a while for the main roster fans to really acclimate themselves to somebody like a Julia, and and putting her in a main driver's seat in the women's mid-card, I think is a great way to do that. Will this feud end after this match? I'll keep this one quick. I sure freaking hope so. Hear me out. Okay, so Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Karrion Kross. Been seeing this one floating around a lot as well. That'd be huge. That'd be crazy huge for Karrion Kross. I still, again, just like Money in the Bank, I don't see it. This would be a huge vote of confidence from the WWE. Whoever gets put into this position, if anybody, is going to be catapulted to the moon and all of a sudden becomes one of the most important players in WWE. And like I said, for Money in the Bank, I'm not seeing anything from WWE that tells me that they're willing to put Kross in this position. I wish I was wrong, but it's just what I'm seeing. Is Seth Rollins the last Paul Heyman guy? I don't think so, because I think there's another one like literally looming right around the corner, and his name is Braun Breaker. If anybody's going to be a final Paul Heyman guy before he calls it quits and ends this career, I think it's not going to be Seth. If anything, it's going to be Braun Breaker. GOAT versus GOAT, history maker versus history maker. I mean, John Cena pales in comparison. Like, John Cena is a pathetic loser compared to R-Truth. 54-time champion, that's a lot more than 17. La Primera. That's sick, dude. This is something I'm jealous of. I wish I could get an opportunity to get a little selfie with La Primera, Stephanie Vaquer. She's one of my favorites right now. I dare say, no, Io's still my favorite right now. She's my second favorite right now in the WWE. No, please, not again. Travis Scott is being rumored for an appearance at Money in the Bank. Yeah, because everyone loved what happened at WrestleMania 41. Yeah, let's run it again. No, this would be stupid. I could see it, absolutely. This is absolutely something that WWE would do. I'm just telling you, I hate it and I don't want to see it, and it's stupid. When is Cody coming back? By the way, I hope Cody one day forgoes the bleach blonde hair and comes back with the super dark hair. This was a great look in the indies before he started AEW. In terms of when he's going to come back, I think that he's going to play the Roman Reigns role at SummerSlam. I think that he is either going to come back for something at SummerSlam or make his return at SummerSlam. Ref, do something. He's taking them all, and we won't be able to stop him. He's still got 2 more Infinity Babes to put into that gauntlet, and I'm telling you, Dom is inevitable. Who should retire CM Punk? All right, so you got Cena. Don't think that this is possible. Rollins is a great option. Roman, The Rock, certainly not. Randy would be a good option, I would say. Brock Lesnar, no. Braun Breaker, maybe. I could see Braun Breaker being a good option. Drew McIntyre, I think, is an awesome option. Cody Rhodes, good option. Or just simply nobody. I'll be honest, I'll give this to Drew McIntyre. I think it'd be cool if, like, maybe 2 years from now, when Punk is ready to call it quits, or maybe further down the line, I don't know. Maybe they could rehash this feud, and instead, this time, Drew McIntyre wins and stands tall. Per PW Insider, Liv Morgan has officially wrapped filming for her movie and is expected to return to WWE programming very soon. Liv Morgan is coming back. Good. I feel like WWE is significantly better when Liv Morgan is on screen. The women's tag team division obviously needs Liv Morgan, and the storyline between Dominic and Roxanne Perez and the Judgment Day is going to benefit significantly from having Liv Morgan in the picture. I'll never forget the night that Charlotte Flair actually got cheers because everyone absolutely hated Ronda Rousey. So I actually think that this is a pretty common cycle, specifically in the women's division, where somebody just becomes so universally hated that simply the mere sight of them losing is enough to make the other person incredibly over. It's actually what happened with Liv Morgan's cash-in. Yeah, like, we were happy that Liv Morgan had a chance to become a champion and was Miss Money in the Bank, but the pop that she got from winning wasn't just because Liv Morgan won, it was because Liv Morgan took the title away from Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey was a very, very polarizing individual. I'm curious if she'll ever come back, if there's ever an interest in her coming back. If she does come back, it just better be full-blown heel. Like, let's not try babyface Ronda ever again. From the Imperial Unit Jeff Cobb to JC Mateo, thoughts? My thoughts are that this name change really seemed unnecessary. Jeff Cobb, it's just his name. Like, who cares? JC Mateo just doesn't sound anywhere near as scary. Just nowhere near as like WWE superstar-esque as the name Jeff Cobb. So you ask me, I don't love the name change. Oh! All right, I'm ending the video there. All right, goodbye, everybody. Take care. Goodbye. Get out of here.